Have you ever done all the right things? You've finished your training, you've had a photo shoot, updated your LinkedIn, maybe even built a website, and you still wonder why no clients are hiring you? Then this episode is for you. Hey, I'm Candy Motzek, and welcome to She Coaches Coaches. This is the Foundation Series. It's a series built around one core idea: clarity before clients. Because when you get clear on the right things in the right order, everything else gets easier. These episodes are for thoughtful, capable coaches who want a simple, grounded path to building a coaching business that works without the overwhelm, without burning out, and without guessing what to do next. So let's dive in. If you're listening and you're quietly wondering, why is this so hard? Why am I not signing clients yet? I want you to know something right away. You're not alone and you are not behind. You might have finished your training. You might be posting content on social media. You might even have a logo and a website and a business name. And yet, no steady clients, no consistent income. Just that nagging feeling that you're doing a lot, but not seeing the results that you expect. You might be feeling a little stressed or nervous, maybe a little bit of self doubt. Let me pause you here and start by saying this clearly. Most coach trainings teach you how to coach, but they don't teach you how to build a coaching business. Those are two very different things. So if this feels confusing or overwhelming at times, it doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you've got some missing pieces, a missing framework. And that's exactly what this foundation series is here to give you. So today we're going to do some simple things in a way that I have found gives my clients relief. And you know what? When they can take a breath and settle down and relax a bit, they get to work. And before you know it, they're celebrating because they're signing clients. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why you're not signing clients yet, and even more importantly, what to focus on right now so you can start creating real momentum without the overwhelm, without perfectionism, and without turning yourself into something you're not. I always recommend that you keep a journal handy, and I will put a link in the episode notes to the free course that goes along with this episode. Now, if at any point you want to talk to me through your specific situation, maybe you want to map out some next steps, you can book a call and I'll put a link to do that in the episode notes too. All right. So here's the big unlock for this episode, and I want you to really hear me. There are only three activities that create paying clients: talking to real humans, making clear offers, and coaching people. That's it. Let's just pause for a second. Write those three things down before you keep listening. The three activities that create paying clients: talking to people, making clear offers, and coaching people. Everything else can be helpful, but it's a later thing. Some of it is genuinely useful, but if you don't have clients, it's not time yet. Some of it's even enjoyable. If your calendar is full of tasks that don't lead to conversations, offers, or coaching sessions, that's the reason you don't have all the clients you want. And this is where most smart, capable coaches get stuck. Because instead of doing client creating work, they're doing what I call busy work. And busy work looks responsible. It feels productive, and it can often feel safer too. Busy work looks like tweaking your website, choosing brand colors, designing graphics, planning content, reworking your bio, signing up for another training, researching tools. Now, I want to say this gently and kindly because we all do it. We all do this busy work sometimes. And in fact, this morning, I wrote on my to-do list, rewrite my LinkedIn bio. Busy work is not bad. It's just not what creates clients. So as long as you're clear there, you know right away Where are you spending your time? Are you spending your time in that busy work and you're worried that you're not signing clients? Well, that's a sign to change. Busy work often becomes a way of avoiding the vulnerability of being seen. It might help you avoid the discomfort of starting conversations or making offers. And sometimes it helps you avoid hearing that word no. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Now, let me help you diagnose what's really going on in your business. As you're listening, just notice which of these things feel familiar. Are you spending most of your time preparing instead of inviting, tweaking instead of talking, learning instead of coaching? Are you telling yourself, I'm not quite ready yet? Are you avoiding the discomfort of real conversations? I'm going to tell you that when I started out, I was so nervous about doing those real conversations. I was nervous about reaching out to people, and it took time and practice for me to get comfortable. And I'm here to tell you that if I was nervous and I felt better, then I know you can too. There's no judgment here. This isn't about effort, it's about direction. Take a moment. Write down that pattern that you're recognizing the most, the pattern that you're running, that you're recognizing now. Business building work is very different from busy work. Let me give you some examples of business building work. Reaching out to a real person, initiating a conversation, following up with somebody who showed interest, inviting somebody to book a call, offering a coaching conversation. Busy work feels time. The other, business building work, builds clientele, builds a business. So instead of asking, what do I need to do to look like a real coach? Try this. What can I do this week to help a real human? Or another good question, how many conversations could I have this week? This shift alone will change everything for you. Now, let's pause for a second, and I want to speak directly to your nervous system. I want you to know you don't need to look perfect to start. You don't need a perfect website to begin. You don't need to feel fully confident. You don't need another certification. You need conversations and clear offers and coaching experiences. Remember, people want your help, they want your support. This is the foundation. And when you build from there, everything else becomes easier and more aligned. So let's make this a little bit practical. I want you to imagine that you're holding a highlighter, and this highlighter only lights up when something directly leads to a conversation, an offer, or a coaching session. Everything else, that highlighter stays dull. This is what I call looking at your business through a business building lens. Not because money is everything, but because if you want a sustainable coaching business, your effort needs to connect to income. Otherwise, you're going to end up feeling exhausted and resentful and filled with self doubt. So here's what I want you to do: grab your calendar, go look at your calendar from last week. And with that highlighter, circle anything that directly leads to a real conversation, a clear offer, or coaching time. Now, when most coaches do this exercise, they get a moment of clarity. They look at their calendar and they realize that the vast majority of their time is not connected to a conversation or to where somebody could actually say yes to you. If that's what you're seeing, please hear me. This is not a failure. This is information for you. And that information is powerful because now you know exactly what to change. So if you only circled one or two things, or maybe nothing, but you were working on your business the entire week, I want you to remember this is information. You are not behind, you are beginning. And this beginning is the place where you can get the most leverage. So instead of trying to fix everything at once, I want you to choose one client creating activity to practice this week. Only one. Here's a few examples. I will start 3 genuine conversations with people that I can help. I will reach out to one person and make a meaningful connection. I will follow up with 3 people who have shown some interest. I will offer one coaching experience session. Only one. Now, go open your calendar and schedule it. Notice that what we're doing here is something really practical. We're not doing wishes and vague intentions. We're putting that in your calendar like a real appointment. Name it exactly what it is. Start 3 conversations. Follow up with somebody who was interested. Invite somebody to a call. When it's on your calendar, your brain is going to treat it as real. Now, let's talk about these kinds of conversations because this is a place where a lot of coaches freeze up. You are not pitching, you are not doing something salesy, you're not trying to convince anyone. You are being yourself and you are talking like a human. You are initiating a conversation. These are invitations. These are the things that create clients. Now, let's talk about your voice, that little inner critic voice that might show up when you start doing this. That little inner critic might say something like, you don't want to bother anyone. Or what if they say no? What if I don't know what to say? Now, if you've got any of those thoughts, you are human. Courage does not come from waiting until the thoughts of your inner critic disappear. Courage comes from awareness, hearing it, and then putting it to the side and acting anyway. You don't need to feel fearless. You need to be willing to be slightly uncomfortable and still move. So here is your simple plan for the next week. Start a few real conversations, make clear invitations, coach people, coach at least one human. That is it. If you do this consistently, your business is going to start to feel real. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be real. All right, let's recap. If you're not signing clients yet, it's usually not because you're not good enough, not because you're not skilled enough. It's because your effort is going into busy work instead of those 3 business building activities that creates clients. That's it. You remember? The activities are talk to real people, make clear offers, or coach people. So your action today is simple. Look at last week's calendar, do the work there, and then put one client creating activity on your calendar for next week. Progress over perfection always wins. Now, if you would like a full step-by-step course and workbook on these foundations episodes, you can get it in the episode notes. And if you'd like to talk through your situation and map out a clear plan forward, you can book a call with me. I've got the link for that in the episode notes too. You are doing great work. Now, in the next episode, I'm going to show you the exact mistake that keeps capable coaches busy but broke, hiding behind tech, and how you can fix it fast. I'll walk you through the only tech that you actually need to start coaching. I'm cheering for you. I'm rooting for you. Now, when you build the foundation once, everything else gets easier. You now understand the 3 client creating activities that actually build a coaching business. But here's what I've learned from coaching hundreds of coaches. Knowing what to do and knowing how to execute it consistently are completely different challenges. Most coaches hear the framework and think, great, I'll just start some more conversations. Then they freeze when it comes to the actual words to use, or they start conversations that feel awkward instead of natural, or they have great chats that never convert to clients. That's exactly why I created my free 8-day course, Stop Guessing and Start Signing Clients. It bridges the gap between understanding these concepts and actually executing them in a way that feels authentic and gets results. The course gives you the specific language that turns conversations into clients, the exact setup that makes offers feel natural, and the step by step process that takes you from I know what to do to I am actually doing it. You've got this. Now let's make sure you've got the tools to actually make it happen. If you're tired of procrastinating on the actions that actually matter because they feel vulnerable, and if you're also had enough of knowing the right things but struggling with the execution, grab the free course in the episode notes. Day one starts with the workbook and shows you exactly how to audit where your time is really going, and more importantly, how to direct it so you're actually building a business instead of staying busy.